10. 5-7 last year for Western Michigan. And games of note, they lost to Pitt 34-13. They lost to Michigan State 35-13. Their 2 Power 5 games last year, lost to Michigan the year before 47-14. So, yep, pretty typical MAC team. I always get the directional schools in the MAC from Michigan mixed up. These are the Broncos, of course, from Western Michigan.
Right. One thing we did talk about today briefly with Joe Evans, I think he hit on it and moved on pretty quick, is that Iowa's actually, the history of this series is Iowa's down 1-2. They were upset by Western Michigan early on in the 2000s, I think. And then, of course, Iowa crushed them the last time they faced one another. But, of course, they're riding this high of winning against Iowa State. And we were the presser after the game was literally like presser wall Iowa's locker room. They were celebrating. I'll tell you that. They were happy after that game. But they have a 24-hour rule. I'm sure you've heard this before. 24 hours to celebrate, and then you move on. And once Joe brought up that 1-2 record, it was like laser focused when he was talking about that. So, you know, I think if they do approach the game as Joe Evans appears to be, and they do so for 4 quarters, it could be a similar blowout to last time where they won 59-3. And I really think this first year coach thing is something to take into consideration because you're trying to figure out so many different things and establish culture and it's not just install playbook, go. That is not what it's like to take over a college football team, no matter what level you're at. So they've got a lot of things need to go right for Western Michigan to really compete in this one. And I'm looking at their remainder of the schedule, and I think you put it up from a comment. So they lost to 48-7 against Syracuse and beat St. Francis, PA. It's the St. Francis Red Flash. They beat them 35-17. So for all you St. Francis fans out there, sorry to bring it up too soon.
Yes,
I don't.
They're still grieving that loss. They are. But Western Michigan goes down to Syracuse by 41, so we can always make that comparison. And Syracuse plays Purdue actually this week, and we got Corey Brada showing up from the Hawkeye of the Storm. Corey,
do I look like myself, Mark?
You are very much. You are the brand. I've always thought that, and now it's been confirmed. You are the brand. Yes.
Anybody that didn't pick this up from the beginning of the show, this is a sign that Mark is slowly replacing me with Elliot. So he's just kind of working me out.
Yes, this was my decision. Sure.
Yeah, this is kind of a corporate-led decision. So anyways, have you guys mentioned Utah State and what they did to Idaho State over the weekend? I know you probably don't care, but no, don't give me that grimace, Mark. Let's actually talk about this because, listen, it's a fair topic, and I'll tell you why. They put up 78 on the mighty Idaho States of the world. Now, you may say, well, who cares? That's a crappy FCS program. Well, Idaho State actually competed really hard with San Diego State week 1, lost by like 1 score. So take that, Mark.
Okay, I'm taking it.
Hey, I'm just saying 78. I think people were underestimating Utah State a little bit. They were able to run a little bit on the Iowa D, and Don Patterson said it on the postgame show. It's probably an improved team. They're probably not another 6-6 football team, and I think they're probably going to do pretty well in the Mountain West. We'll see. They got a tough game this week. Who do they play Friday night?
They are playing Boise State.
No.
Air Force.
That's going to be a game. That's going to be,
you're going to be locked in on that one because you want to continue that comparison the entire season.
And it's Friday.
Keep that up.
It's Friday, Mark. Of course I'm going to be locked in on it. Yes. As will you. That's CBS Sports Network.
I will. I try to keep track of everything, but it seems as though you want to maintain this comparison with Utah State, so you'll be tracking that one.
This is my agenda for the rest of the year. So, but yeah, I'm excited to see what that's talk about a tough prep on a short prep. You're trying to take a short week to prepare for Air Force.
Yes,
that's a challenge.
True.
So it'll be interesting to see how. I mean, obviously they're well coached with Blake Anderson, but anyways, I'm sorry I missed the first 20 minutes of this show. Has Elliott talked about how Iowa fans want Bama now? They're 2-0 and they want Bama.
No, I have not.
Okay.
We were saving that for the rest of the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, bring on Bama. Bring on Bama. I'll be the first
Bama's
to say
down, so they would be the ones to go after.
Bring on Texas, Mark.
There you go.